Mo, we talked about that immersion course, man. How was it for you?
The immersion course was awesome. It's a course, but like Byron said, like he was talking to me while he was driving Chase, and I was in the back seat, and he just kind of like turns back. He's like, you know what? Like this kind of just feels like work, and I was like, oh yeah. And like it's so realistic that at the end when we're doing our final scenario and we're doing our thing, I'm not going to say what happened, but like afterwards, and like they're like index, me and my buddy Greg were in the backseat like, what do you mean index? Like we got to get to this place like right now. We have a like we need to get here.
Yeah.
And he's like, guys, index, and we're like, oh yeah. I was like, we're training right now.
What product did you come in on?
The training day. I'm at the end of module 5 right now.
How do you like it, man? How you been liking the content and everything?
I really do like it. I really like how in depth you get with the information, because I like to know the little nitty gritties. And I like how conversational you are with that. It's not just like death by PowerPoint. And I love that casual, you're just speaking, and I learned really well with that. So it's great, I think. I've been following you since last year. Like I knew I wanted to do this a year ago.
Yeah.
But I couldn't because of the Navy. So
yeah. That's awesome, man. That means a lot.
I've seen Mo in like 5 videos, like 5 or 6 videos. I watch your podcast. I watch your little field notes. Like I've been watching you. I've seen a ton of your videos.
I got to be honest, bro. Brandon, I'm gonna tell you straight up. Mo is my son, and he came to me young.
Oh.
He's always been a protector. Came to me when he was 13 years old, said, I'm going to be a cop. And I'm like, no. I did everything I could. I said, Morgan, I've been on SWAT, motors, California's crazy, don't do it. He went off to college, graduates, come back, says, Dad, I want to go into EP. I said, what's that? So he shows me Byron's YouTubes. I watch and I follow this man. Byron is a man of integrity. He means what he says. He does what he says. If Byron called me up and said, we're going to go get dirty on this detail, there is no questions asked. I'm gone. I do not give my loyalty away. You earn it.
Wow.
And this man's earned my loyalty. Also, my son, I didn't worry about it. At first I was scared. I'm like, oh man, how's he going to make a living? So he went to work doing exactly what Byron said. Doing exactly what he says. The LinkedIn, his resume, everything. In his first year, he's making more than a rookie cop in California, 80 grand. And it's not doing 412s. It's not going to court all the time. It's not getting spit at. It's not getting shot. Not getting light on. It's about being a protector, serving people who want your service, and getting it done. If I'd have known about this career in Byron years ago, I'd have quit being a cop, and I've been working for him a long time ago.
Hey.
Do what he said.
It's an honor, man.
Well, Byron, you know, if you didn't keep your word, I wouldn't be saying this, but you did. Brother, you're the reason why I'm still in this business, because I told my son I hung my guns up. And if it wasn't for you, you couldn't call me. You wouldn't find me.
You wouldn't even find me.
You wouldn't even find me.
Yeah,
I'd be in Arizona building my house, minding my own business.
Yeah, man.
Your business is my business, and all you guys are family. So if you contact us, you get on the phone, you call us on the chat, we're going to answer. And that's another thing. Yeah. I've seen my son call Byron in the middle of the night, say, hey, man, I got this problem, and get an answer.
Yeah.
Byron, an honorable mentor. Do what he says.
Yeah, man.
I'm done. So,
hey.
I taught my son how to be a noble man, and I'm just blessed that he found another mentor who took over for me, who can lead him to the next level. My job is done. I am now companion to my son's life, and that's a blessing. And I got a man that I trust with my son's life and his well-being. So he earned it.
Yeah.
And you guys are family. Your family. It's my discipline, your family, till you prove me wrong.
All of that comfortability to be able to solve those problems for these guys, really came from all my training, especially the immersion course, because a lot of the issues that they were having like an FBO pickup and drop off, motorcade stuff, reservations for restaurants, locations for outside activities, and then being like, okay, well, where's our medical assets? What do you mean? If something happens, where are we going to go? You know, things like that, you know, like all of that stuff. And then the confidence to be able to like map routes for guys that are leaving for the day and all that stuff. All that came from your stuff. I tell people all the time is like, hey man, like in any job, like you are gonna like rely on your lowest level of training that you have. And so if you're gonna, you know, because both the guys that were with this client full time are awesome guys. They actually just got plugged into training day. I think they texted me last week and said they both finished it. I was hoping that they were going to jump onto this call, but they will tell you, like, coming into this detail, like they had no EP experience. Like
Right.
they were, you know, like they just got hired and they were just like, hey man, like where do we go to learn all this stuff that you and your dad are doing? And I was like, hey man, go right here. Byron Rodgers, the League of Executive Protection Specialists.org.
What's up?
Back to that, it's just the confidence that that your stuff and you have given me as a guy that comes into this as a civilian, and everybody that I've worked around are all law enforcement, military, special forces guys, you know, all these high-speed dudes. And I, you know, and I'm always, you know,
The civilian.
yep, always. Yep, exactly. And, you know, but having the confidence to come in and rise to the level of my team and do nothing but make them look better, feel better, trust me that I know what I'm doing, all that has come from you and your stuff.
Thank you.
Brandon, it's the best investment you can make in yourself for this game.
Yep.
Do it. Hard skills and immersion. You will not be disappointed.
You know, like most people came to me and they're just like, hey man, like you're wasting money, you're doing this and you spend all this money doing all this training that's not gonna matter, that like you're never gonna use. And you know, and one, I say, well, I've been doing this a year and a half, going on 2 years now. All my classes have paid for themselves. I've gotten all my money back in dim sum. And then two, it's like everything that I've been taught, I've used. The only thing I think I haven't had to use yet is the tack on limo and limo down drill, where I'm getting in the car and putting rounds down range. That is the only thing I haven't done. You know, that's it. I think that's a good thing. I haven't had to use that yet, you know?
Yeah, thank God.
So, and then also back to like the mentor thing is, you know, like me and Byron have had serious conversations about things like my weight. You know, like when I first got into this, I was like 325 pounds. I was doing good, working. I think I was at the top of the world. Went in for a interview, killed the interview. Like,
Yep.
This is awesome.
Yep.
But that, you know, I talked to Byron about it, and he was like, you know, man, like, hey, you know, like you are a awesome dude, but there's a vanity, and you'll hit a glass ceiling. And he sat there and gave me a meal plan, gave me cheat codes about fasting, and like sat there and like talked me through it to where now I'm 275 pounds. So I think I lost like 55 pounds, 50 pounds like a year.
Yeah.
And it shows the character of Byron, you know, because I work for plenty of other guys, working for plenty of different companies, and I don't think any of them would come to me and have that conversation. They would have just been like, okay, bye Mo, peace out, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of taking the time to be like, hey, this is what you can do to get better. This is the next step. You want to get here. I believe that you can get here.
Yeah.
Now go back to work and work, you know? So yeah, that's my 2 cents.
Dude, that means the world. And it's just the reality of the game is I want you guys to win. You know, when you guys win, I win.